throwing punches, he seemed to, couldn't handle your power. Was it just comfortable in there for you?
Yeah, no, it was. I expected the fight to last a lot longer, to be fair, and especially when I kind of parried a few of his shots. I felt the weight behind him, and I've not felt that before, to be fair. And then when I landed my own, before you know it, he was down, and I kind of knew once that happens, I know how to finish a fight, and that's exactly what I've done.
With the power you're generating in the last couple of fights, are you ready for that step up? A lot of people are talking about the Eubank Junior fight. He might be busy. Yeah. There's talks about possibly Ammo Williams for this 5v5 in Saudi. Are you ready for that step up to world level?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, we won't actually know until I get in the ring with these fighters, but I believe give me enough time, give me a camp, and I'll turn up and I'll show up and I'll definitely get the wins.
Talk Sports, Hamza, people were saying this was going to be a real test for you. Some people saying, you know how Liam Williams fights, he's a scruffy fighter, but you got him out there in round one. Do you think you've really shown to the world that you are a serious deal, and you're someone who's really going to contend and possibly a world champion in this division?
I'd like to hope so. When this fight got announced the first time, I remember sitting down with Ricky and Taz and my dad, and we said, fights like these are fights you need to make statements in. And that's what we trained to do, and that's exactly what we've done. All glory be to God, and yeah, I can't complain.
And obviously, if there's so many fighters in this division, that are going to make a good fight that the fans are going to want to see, if you personally could pick one person to fight, who would that be?
I've never been one to call out names, but if we're talking in England, I'd love the Nathan Heaney fight. If we're talking in Saudi, I'd love the Ammo Williams fight.
Hamza, speaking to Frank Warren after the fight, he compared your jab to Thomas Hearns. That jab is just probably one of the hardest jabs we've seen in boxing right now, isn't it?
No, I appreciate it. It's a massive compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I've just been perfecting it. I've always tried to perfect it. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But yeah, long may it continue, man.
We know obviously Ramadan's coming up, but just how much would it mean to you to be able to fight on one of those massive cards in Saudi Arabia?
Oh, it'd mean the world. I'd love to fight out there, especially being a Muslim as well, fighting in a Muslim country, and just being able to show my skills out there, especially with the boxing royalty. Do you know what I mean? Who like the big names out there. It'd be an honour to show my skills in front of them, and hopefully I get the opportunity to do so.
Hamza, Liam Williams is somebody who's known for being tough, even against Eubank Junior, despite being dropped on multiple occasions. Obviously, he kept on picking back up. That's a real statement that he put out tonight. What do you think the rest of, at least the middleweight division, are going to be thinking now that you've produced what you did tonight?
Hopefully, it just sends alarm bells. And respectfully, if any one of them has the balls now after that performance, let's have it. Just call up Frank and let's go. Let's have it. Let's go. I believe I'm the best 160-pounder in the UK, and if not the world. I understand I've got to prove that yet, but if I get the opportunity to do so, I'll definitely do it.
It might be a bit of a negative way to look at it, but do you think on the back of such a stunning performance, other fighters might think maybe not yet?
I don't know. That's what I said. That's why I just kind of said, if you got the balls, let's do it. Because if I saw a great performance like that in someone who I know I could fight, I'd say let's do it. Let's have it. Let's go. Because I want to show how great I am, and I am the number one in the middleweight division.
You've spoken about all your ambitions. You've been asked about those other domestic names. But come the end of 2024, where would you want the name Hamza Sheeraz to be in the middleweight division?
All over the world. And maybe, who knows, a world title around my waist as well. So let's see what happens. There's loads of avenues and opportunities there. But yeah, let's see what's first.
Final one from me, and you mentioned going all the way around the world with your name. I asked you at a workout a couple of weeks ago about trying to break that American market as you're training out there now. Do you feel like with this type of performance as well, it will certainly reach into stateside?
Yeah, for sure, because especially Liam going the full distance with Andrade as well. I mean, hopefully it'll send some alarm bells out there, and I'm kind of getting my name out there anyway locally in Los Angeles via Ricky and the Ten Goose Boxing Gym as well, so a performance like that just complements what he's been saying.
Hamza, the middleweight division is all sort of free for the belts in a sense. There's not much going on. You see it now, especially Andy mentioning there about America. A lot of the belts are over the American side. I'm sure you want to conquer there and potentially take out some world level middleweights that are over that sort of side of the pond.
Oh, for sure, that's the plan. I've always said whoever they're putting with me next, wherever it be all over the world, I don't mind. I'll turn up and I'll do my thing. But going back to what you were saying, I'd love to fight in the USA as well. I'd love to fight all over the world, and just whatever way or whatever opportunity arises for me to get my name on the other in the USA out there, let's do it.
Do you think that because of some of the doubts regarding Liam Williams' chin after the Chris Eubank Jr. fight, that you might not get the credit for doing what you did tonight?
No, we said this in the interview before. I said, listen, if I beat him, that's what they're going to say. It's always the case. Everyone's got opinions. It is what it is. I'm happy with the performance. My promoter's happy with the performance. And at the end, it's all about entertaining. And it's not easy to knock people out. It's not as easy as it looks, or as easy I've been making it look. It's pretty hard, to be fair. But yeah, no, I'm blessed.
Was there at least, at the minimum, a subconscious target to better what Chris Eubank Jr. did as a marker as to where you are?
Not at all. I'll be honest with you. I said it before the fight. I said I don't give a shit about how they fought him. I'm a totally different fighter to all the fighters he's been in with as well. So I kind of knew I was bringing something different to the table.
Skill for skill with the names that you're listed in with, who do you feel is the toughest test for you?
I don't really know, to be fair. I don't really know. I think the only way we'll find out is when I get in there with them and mix it up. But I believe I'm the best 160 pounder in the UK and in the world.
Squeeze one more from you just on that. You mentioned the 160 division. Frank's obviously got a good relationship with Bob Arum, the promoter for Johnny Beck.
Yep.
You fancy that fight?
Of course. Why not? I just said I believe I'm the greatest and I need the opportunity to show it. And if the opportunity comes up, I'll grab it with both hands.
Johnny Beck or Eubank Jr.?
Whoever, which one comes first, let's have it. I think the Eubank Jr. fight kind of makes more sense over this side, but if that opportunity comes up, I'll grab it.
Yeah, Hamza, you moved over to LA. You've moved your life over there. Your life over there. Just how much difference has that made to your performances tonight?
Massive difference. I mean, you come out there. It was good to have you out there. You saw just a little bit of the work we put in, and thanks to Ricky, to be fair, in the 10 Goose gym, having Joe Goosen about in the gym here and there, and getting advice off him, of a Hall of Famer promoter, Wally as well. All these guys out there. And just doing everything, it's not as easy as practicing and just implementing it in the fight. It's kind of hard to do, and that's what myself and Ricky have kind of just slowly mastered doing. Just keeping it very simple, very basic, and just making it happen on fight night.
And obviously, there's been a lot of names. We've all asked you who you'd like. Give us one name right now that you really would like the next fight.
Listen, in Britain, Nathan Heaney or Chris Eubank Jr. It's as simple as that. Let's do it. I think the public, it makes sense as well. The public would be interested in a fight like that, so let's see if it happens.
Where would you like that fight?
Nathan Heaney in Stoke and Chris Eubank Jr. wherever he wants it.
Congratulations, Hamza.
Thank you, guys.
Hamza, did Liam say anything to you after the fight?
In the ring I had a little chat with him. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for him. Even before the fight, you saw how respectful I was towards him. I remember being in the nosebleeds watching him fight Mark Heffron, and I remember specifically saying, that is how you use a jab. The way he used a jab that fight, I will never forget, and I was just chatting to him about it as well, so I'll probably catch up with him again afterwards.
Right, thanks very much,
guys.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.